For more on the Iraq War, a decade on, I spoke to Major General Paul Eaton, a retired U.S. Army officer who was in charge of training Iraqi troops during Operation Iraqi Freedom. I asked him what were the biggest mistakes or failures of the war.
Mike, we made so many mistakes when we went in there. The beginning was when Secretary Rumsfeld refused to allow planning for the so-called Phase 4. When you culminate the military operation and you are then into the reconstruction phase, the post-conflict phase, he did not allow any of that planning to occur. So that's how General Garner got just thrown into the breach. And then you went through this political machination to say, well, it's going to be one of our guys. It's going to be Ambassador Bremer. So with even less preparation, Ambassador Bremer goes to Baghdad with a pickup team that were more ideologically selected than they were competence selected. So it was, from the very beginning, we set the stage for a really, really awkward Phase 4. And it set the stage for the insurgency.
What about the frustration level for a guy like yourself where your guys are on the line out there and knowing that some of these steps along the way make them more vulnerable?
Well, it's true. My mission was to rebuild the Iraqi security forces. And in the beginning, it was just the military. And then a few months later, I got police and border troops. So I was working with a non-existent Ministry of Defense and an existent, but not terribly competent, Ministry of Interior. And our task was to build a military from scratch. Because about a week after I got the mission, and my wife's reaction was when I got the mission, I got it on 9 May, well after hostilities ended, and her comment, she's Marine's daughter, she understands, and she said, I would have thought that that guy, you, would have been in Iraq already. So a week after that, I get the word that Ambassador Bremer has just disestablished by fiat, by order, by decree, the Iraqi armed forces. Instantly, almost 500,000 potential insurgents. And
that know what they're doing.
Correct. These guys are trained, and they have a network. And in fact, there was a lot of preparation for this while Saddam was in power. So we are now faced with an insurgency that we did not really need to have. And we set the stage for frustration on the part of the Iraqi people. And the common phrase that we got was, you can put a man on the moon, but you can't turn my electricity on. And so we had a frustrated Iraqi population. We had a disenfranchised, a dismissed military. We had a military that had been very well regarded, and now they have been dishonored, many of whom had done precisely what the Americans had told them to do.